All right, so I've been using the Fujifilm XE5 for a couple of weeks now, and I have some thoughts. Some good, some bad. Let's just get into it. Look at this. This is such a pretty camera though. Look at how pretty this camera is. Holy crap. That's a nice looking camera, everybody. Let's just start out with something that I really like about this camera, and that is its build. Right off the bat, the build quality has improved significantly from the XE4. The XE5 does have a more premium feel to it, more premium than my Fujifilm XS20, and in my opinion, more premium than the X-T5 as well. The top plate feels really nice. The dials on the top feels very premium as well. And the shutter dial, the exposure compensation dial, the film simulation dials, all have this nice grippy texture to it when you rotate it. So it just gives you like this nice tactile feel that I really enjoy. At the top, you have the shutter button, which also has a nice feel as well. At the front of the camera, you have the front command dial and this front lever right here. Now, I use this as a digi teleconverter because of the high resolution 40 megapixel sensor that is inside this tiny camera. You can actually crop in with this lever to get a few different looks. You can crop in 1.4 times and 2 times crop, which is nice if you need a little bit of extra reach. The switch to turn on the camera feels premium as well. It's like this camera is very well made. Back of the camera, you have the LCD screen. This is the same LCD screen you'll find on the Fujifilm X106. You have the EVF as well. It's placed on the side of the camera and not in the center. Now, the problem that I have with the EVF is it's just too small. Like every time I put my eye in, I feel like it's just too small for my liking. There are 3 buttons at the back as well, another command dial, and this is where I, use it to change my shutter speed. And there is also a joystick and the menu and the back button as well. Sadly, there is no directional pad. I would have preferred a D-pad because there's so much empty space right beside the joystick. Like, why can't they just put a D-pad there? Now, this camera has 7 stops of image stabilization as well, which is clutch if you want to slow down your shutter and still maintain a sharp image. On the side of the camera, you have the autofocusing mode from the single shot AF, the continuous AF, and manual focus. Aesthetically, I think this is one beautiful camera that Fujifilm has crafted. I do enjoy how premium this camera feels in my hand and how it looks. Like the silver one just looks so nice. Now, another thing I like about this camera is the sensor. This sensor can create some beautiful images. I've used this sensor many times already on the XH2, the XT5, the X106. It's also on the XT50 and now the XE5. So this sensor has been passed around like the village doorknob. Now this sensor can take some stunning images. The colors are beautiful. The film simulations are great. Don't forget about the film simulations that everybody loves. And I also forgot how much dynamic range is in these 40 megapixel RAW files. I do see a difference when I'm working between, my XS20 26 megapixel RAW files versus these 40 megapixel RAW files. Again, the colors on the sensor is great. This camera can take some beautiful images and also video. The camera can do 6.2K video. However, it's not open gate. It can film 6K up to 30 frames per second. It can also do 4K 60 with a slight crop. And I doubt the users who are buying the XE5 will be using its video features, but just know that it's there and it's quite powerful and the video files look great as well. So we talked about the things that I like about this camera. What are some things that I don't like about this camera? There's not many, but I do have to point them out. The battery life. I find it not to be that good. As long as there is a 40 megapixel sensor combined with this battery, I will always complain about it. I just don't think this battery is that good. It does not hold that much juice as I would like. But you guys probably know the deal about the battery by now. And if you guys are coming from like the previous generation, like the XE4 or even the older Fuji cameras, good news, you can still use that many square batteries you have obtained over the years. Now, another thing for me, this is just me, is I wish there was a little bit of more grip sticking out of this camera. That would have been great for me because I know that they're making this, they're making this small and clean for the aesthetics, but a little grip out there would have been nice to hold. Like it would have been nice to grip the camera a lot better because again, it's such a small machine. It's hard for me to hold on to it. Like I'm actually glad that Fuji sent me a camera strap with this camera, because otherwise if I were to walk out with it, it'd probably slip because I don't know about you, man, like this is just way I don't trust myself with this type of camera. Not like this. You need some sort of like third-party accessory grip to combat that. Another thing is that there's no weather sealing in this camera. And again, for like $1,700, I thought there would be some sort of weather sealing, some sort of protection. Another thing that I don't like is the price. This price is heading into full frame territory for me. I have to weigh out my options. Like it's coming in at like what, $1,700? For that much, you could probably get some full frame cameras around that price, possibly even get a used one if you want to like save some more money going to the used market. Because I was thinking like, you know, if I was gonna pay that much money, maybe I'll like save a couple more $100 more and get something like the Nikon ZF. This is just a price conscious hat that I always wear when I'm thinking about making these reviews for you guys. With the Nikon ZF, you still get that vintage looking camera. You get full frame camera. It's like crafted really well. I haven't tried it yet, but I want to. And they use like really good materials on that, like brass or something like that. For something like it, I've held on to an ZF and it feels freaking amazing. It feels like rare premium. And it also has better autofocusing. And that's one thing that I don't like about this camera is like for sports or anything tracking, forget about it. You can't really track that well with a Fujifilm camera. I'm sure you guys know this by now, so we don't have to talk more about it. However, if you guys are willing to pay that premium, I think it's a great camera, a well-crafted camera. Overall, my experience, if you have experience with like the X-T5, the X-H2, the X106, this camera will feel similar because of the sensor. Nothing changes. The image quality will look the same, video quality looks the same. It shoots the same, but in a different body. Now, my experience using this camera as an everyday camera for the past couple of weeks, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the small size. I was able to walk around the neighborhood inconspicuously with this pancake lens right here. It's such a crazy lens. It's a nice lens paired with the XE5. I was able to do it without getting any weird looks. I actually did have someone stop me during one of the walks and commented on how pretty the camera is and asked me if it's a film camera. You know, Fuji definitely knows how to design a pretty good looking camera. They just need to get their autofocusing right. Is that too much to ask, Fuji? Like, well, why? It's 2025. Why are you still like not fixing your autofocusing? You've been putting out more cameras than you do autofocus. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, Fuji, gotta get your shit together, because otherwise, I'm switching to Sony. I'll freaking do that now. As an everyday camera, I thought it did its job. The 40 megapixel did come in handy because I can just crop in whenever I feel like the framing is off or when I just want a closer crop. Especially since I only use the 23mm f2.8 pancake lens in here. And that's another thing that I like about this camera is that it is an interchangeable lens camera. With the Fujifilm X106 that I used to own, it's a fixed lens camera, meaning that it's the lens you have is stuck. You can't switch out lenses. With this camera, if you ever get tired of your lens, you can always switch it out with a different lens. Now, this camera does feel similar to the Fujifilm X106 as well, especially with this pancake lens attached to it. And that's not a bad thing. The focal length with this tiny ass camera makes this a great everyday camera in my opinion. But right now for me, Fujifilm has a problem in that it has so many cameras doing the same thing but in different bodies. It's up to you guys to do your own research, do your due diligence, and find out which camera suits you as a photographer. If you're interested in this camera, I'll leave the links down in the description below. And if you found this video valuable, do me a solid and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more Fuji content, and like this video as well because it'll help with the algorithm. That is it for me, guys. Thanks so much.